Hey guys, it's me, Angie, again from Minnesota. I'm sporting my coffee shop Northeast hat and my Cedar Cultural Center t-shirt, two of my favorite local places. Anyways, today I am wearing some earrings that I just made. These little dangly octopus squiddy earrings. I am going to show you how I made them, and they're on sterling silver posts, and here's the little back. That one's got a smile and this one's got like a dopey little face. A little circle mouth. I'm bad at finding the camera. Here they are together. Wow, they're like swimming because I can't figure out how to make it work. Okay, but they're cute and fun, and I'm gonna show you how to make them. Okay, bye. So I want these to be kind of tiny since they're going to be post earrings. So that means they're gonna sit flat against the bottom of your ear, and I just don't want them to be like super huge. So I'm gonna make two tiny balls, use a ball tool to make some eyeball sockets. I'm rolling some white clay that will fit in there. And then I'm gonna roll some like bright green clay for the irises that's tinier than that, and some even tinier little pupils. And I like to lay them out next to each other like that. And I'm just wiping my hands there to make sure that I'm not like spreading colors together. But I like to size them out before I put them on, just to kind of make sure they're the same size as each other. Now I'm putting the tiniest itty bittiest little pieces of white clay in the corners for like light reflection. Now I'm gonna prep some eye pins here. I'm gonna cut them shorter because I'm going to stick them into the little octopus bodies I just made. I'm gonna do 3 each, and I'm using some of that Kato poly paste again. Just helps hold it in there really well. And this is gonna be how I attach the tentacles later so that they're dangly. And I just used a little paintbrush there to kind of like spread out the paste so that it wasn't like clumped up in drops when it bakes. That's why I'm going over it with that brush to make sure it's all spread out and looking clean. So now the little bodies with the eyeballs are all set, and I'm rolling a snake here to make tentacles. And again, I take that little acrylic plate out because I want them to be smooth when I roll them, and that silicone mat is textured on the back. And I've got all my eye pins for these little guys. They're all set to go, and now I'm rolling a whole bunch of tiny little bright green balls that match the eye color. And I'm going to do them like tiered, so like large, medium, small, almost like when I was doing the eyeball sizes, because I just want them to line up on each tentacle size-wise. So here I am like lining them up so I know that I have 3 in the right sizes for each tentacle. And then I can just make sure they're all about the same size. Again, I'm putting the eye pins into each tentacle and kind of shaping them as I go also. And the reason I'm shaping them before I put the little suckers on, that I didn't say that those were suckers, but the little green clay balls are gonna be like tentacle suckers. So I'm shaping them first so that I'm not squishing up the little green clay after it's on there and then like holding it and squishing it while I put the wires in and stuff. So that's why I'm shaping them first. And I'm gonna pop them on and use this tool. So like on the tiny one, I just do a dot in, and on the medium one, I kind of do it a little deeper in so it gets wider. And then on the top one, I move the tool around to get like an even bigger dot. And I'm just gonna do that on each one of these. Last one here. Dot, dot, dot. And now I'm kind of just playing around with how I want them to go on there. I'm giving them little mouths. That one's got the smile and the other one's got the little circle. Now, you could bake these and then use something like E6000 to put the posts on the back, but what I'm going to do is use a little bit of that Kato poly paste, which I wouldn't recommend on its own, but I'm covering it up with like a little worm of the same colored clay, and I'm going to use a tool to smooth it out. Now, you know, you want to be really gentle if you do this, because I could be like totally smushing up the eyeball on the front and changing the shape and all that. To do it first, however, then is a little bit harder though, because you can't lay it flat to put the eyeball in there, etc. So this is just the way that I've done it, although it's a little difficult either way. This way seemed a little easier to me. Redo the mouth, because I did kind of smush the mouth out while I was doing that. And now I'm going to do the other one. So I just dip it in the paste there, just so there's a little bit on there, attach it. There's a little too much paste, so I think I was wiping the excess off. Now, got my little worm, wrap it around there, and then I'm going to use my knitting needle tool to like smooth it down and cover that all up. And then I always make sure to like blend the sides in so it's actually like the clay is attaching all the way around. And that way that post is on there really good. It's not gonna pop off or whatever. You'd have to really mess with it a lot to break it. And redo that little mouth. There we go. Oh, you're so cute, you little octopi. Okay, so I'm putting them on my hand there to take them to the oven. Bye bye, have fun in the oven. Alright, I baked them. Now I'm going to glaze them up here. I'm using a glass this time. I'm using Sculpey Souffle, so it doesn't really need a glaze, but I just wanted them to have a nice glossy shine. Here I was trying to make a little stand so they could like dry without touching anything, but on these future ones I realized the wire was too thick for some of them to fit, so I ended up just letting them dry on the mat, which is fine. So here we go. I'm just gonna glaze all these guys. Dun, 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 glazing you up, little tentacles. You like the glaze, you think it's fun. Yay! We're all glazed up. Alright, everybody's glazed up and ready to go. I'm gonna set them up so I know which ones I want where on each piece. And that's where I want them. So I'm gonna actually use 2 tools to just like open up each jump ring by twisting it open. I want to make sure that the tentacles are facing the direction I want them to face. Put them together and tighten it up. And I'm just gonna do that on each one. Alright. There you go. One earring done. Boom. There we go. 2 little guys. They're octopuses. You can only see 3 tentacles, but it's art, you know? It's like representational.